there's a lot to learn together and from each other, and an intense political act for us can be to convene a space of encounter and to find a new way to learn from each other. That for us is what kind of ties together convivial research. That's a critical moment when we kind of embrace that idea that we can construct a space, convene a space of encounter, we can walk together and learn from each other. And what our argument was at the moment is that what the Zapatistas were showing us and have been showing us since '94 up to the present, with various innovations that I could narrate later, but what they've been showing us is that when we reclaim a radical democracy, as we reconstitute our communities and rebuild that social infrastructure of community that's been dismantled by neoliberalism, we're fundamentally kind of obligated to do learning, to engage insurgent learning, and to kind of master, or manage, not master, but manage and pursue convivial research. What we mean by convivial research specifically is just that, disrupting the dominant system in a way it narrates us, but through a series of kind of refusals and certain political commitments. One political commitment, of course, is to engage knowledge production ethically, which is to say not to reproduce the dominant system. And then, of course, some of the refusals are, and this is the tricky one, is that we refuse to objectify communities of struggle. So once that we kind of embrace that and kind of walk down that path, we were already moving away from silly academic debates of quantitative, qualitative, all this other bullshit that's all crap when it comes to how the academy wants to discipline us and actually minimize the kind of knowledge that we're able to produce. Another critical element in it, of course, is how we create a space that's networked, recognizing that there are already knowledges that are in play, that are already vernacular knowledges or subaltern knowledges that are in play, that we wanted to engage or activate or kind of resuscitate if they've been lying dormant or what have you. Find a way to kind of reclaim these vernacular knowledges. And of course, what ties all that together, again, is what we've been saying, is the spaces of encounter that are networked. And in that moment, then we talk about temporary autonomous zones of knowledge production. So like, for example, the Howard Zinn Book Fair is a wonderful opportunity, a wonderful moment. Then we link with it rhizomatically. It's already linked. Even you don't have to actually hustle and network. It's already linked rhizomatically. So what kind of knowledges are being produced? And this is the kind of critical, and I'm taking a lot of time, I'll end here, but this is kind of the one critical element of convivial research, and then that is that in those network spaces, those temporary autonomous zones of knowledge production, in the kind of collective community that's emerging, that what we recognize is that there's always a tool that's present that advances the interests of a community of struggle. A convivial tool is always present. And of course, in the process of reclaiming that tool, we also generate new tools.